In the comments section of the unboxing video that I shared earlier this week, some people challenged me to share my own unboxing story. And what I'd like to talk about is my experience of sensitivity to other people. Being sensitive to others isn't really a traditionally masculine trait. It's certainly not something that's widely encouraged in everyday male society. And that made it really difficult to share the fact that I actually was quite sensitive to others. And as a child, I learned to hide it. I learned to keep it safe and to suppress it. Worse, I also realized that sometimes I was sensitive to things that other people didn't really want to hear. And that became a problem at work in particular. I would be aware of things and share things that really weren't spoken about. And that made it really difficult. So over time, I learned to keep that part of me, that sensitivity, in its own little box and keep it squared away. But that actually was a really big problem for me. It resulted in lots of tension, lots of feelings of just missing out on something, frustration, all sorts of things. And that was taking a lot of energy to maintain and to service. As I became more aware of what was going on and started to unpack this sensitivity, it became really quite useful quite quickly. And I realized that it was partly sensitivity to myself as well that was the problem. The process was really one of growing awareness, of realizing what I was holding on to, what that was associated with, and how that then played out when I was with other people and what was going on with them. And the other really helpful thing about doing that is over time I also learned to direct it. I learned to be able to focus it and to be able to choose where to actually be aware of it when it was happening, and then to use it intentionally rather than having it unconsciously kind of causing me problems or unconsciously influencing my behavior in ways that perhaps weren't very helpful. And it's actually become really one of the most useful things that I have. That degree of sensitivity to what's going on and what could be is one of the things that I use all the time in work now. So I'd really like to hear if you've had any similar experiences, and particularly around sensitivity. If you're a man, I think it's a really important thing that we can do collectively. Obviously, it's not just a male thing, and having suppressed sensitivity is not just a male thing, but I think it's a particular problem for men as a group.